up, everyone? It's me, Stef, the alternate, your nerdy alternative, and welcome to the Daily Nerd Live Sunday edition. How are you all doing? Have you had a good weekend? I know that I have. For those watching on the replay, you guys should know by now. Fast forward like 10, 15 minutes, and I will have started the main topic of this live stream, which is, guys, it looks like this is the beginning of the end, because is Prince Harry actually going to divorce Megxie as he begs for royal family return without her? Guys, I think this is the first signs of divorce. I think this is the first signs of them actually on the way to splitting up. I think this may be the first signs of Prince Harry waking the hell up and maybe finally realising the narcissistic psycho, in my opinion, conspiracy theory, whatever, that he married like all those years ago. So yeah, we're going to go through all that. I'm going to show you all the receipts and you guys can decide for yourselves. But with that being said, first and foremost, I want to thank everyone that is continuing to support my new live stream series, Royal Clubhouse, that happens every Friday, 7 o'clock UK time, 2 o'clock Eastern. We had another one, of course, this Friday just passed. And yeah, you guys have been supporting this new series. So I just want to take the time right now just to say thank you to you all. And thank you to all the guests that have agreed to come on, and all the guests that have agreed to come on for future episodes. Because, guys, I got some killer guests lined up. You have no idea. It's going to be so much more fun. But yeah, thank you so much to everyone that's been supporting my new series, my new live series, Royal Clubhouse. So thanks again, guys. And support has been coming in thick and fast even before this stream started. Firstly, Sarge, hey up, I see you, lass. OMG, has it been that long? Yeah, it has. I know. Time flies when you're having fun, right? Georgie says hi. Hey up, Georgie. Oh, yes. We got to meet Georgie in the leader-only stream. That also happened this Friday, just past. And oh, my goodness, Georgie's so adorable. Love this community so much. Do you know what? I'm biased. You're not going to get any disagreement with me. I love this community so much too. I'm very, very proud to have built it up and be a part of it. So thank you so much, guys. Also, as well, Sarge in the house, gifting 10 leaderships to some of you lucky lots out there. So everyone say, hey, up to our newest leaders, courtesy of the Sarge. This is why she's the Sarge. That's all I'm going to say. Who's going to respond and kick off today's gifting wars? Guys, we may soon find out. Let's see what else you guys have been saying. Oh, Sarge also had to do like a triple threat. And firstly, send me some sugar bucks. Thank you very much. And secondly, my favourite, the Ginger Doggy Farting Arts moment. For those that do not know, let me quickly explain. This is a ginger doggy. There are hearts coming from the tail. When you lift the tail from a doggy, what's directly underneath? Yes, it's the butthole. Therefore, this is a ginger doggy farting arts moment. You will never be able to ever unsee it ever again. You're very welcome. Thank you so much, Sarge. Appreciate your face. Also, as well, I know we got some more support. Let me just scrolly down. Also, as well, thank you so much to Purple is the New Black for the $3.99 sugar bucks. Appreciate your face. Thank you. Hang on a minute. Yes, and Purple is the New Black. Thank you so much for your continued support for the leadership. Saying, woohoo, time flies when you're having fun on Stef's channel. Again, you're not going to get any disagreement from me. Yes, it does. Yes, it does indeed. Also, as well, Cindy later. Wow, Cindy, thank you so much. Hearts in the chat for Cindy right now, because she just clicked on the join button all by her lonesome. Everyone say, hey, up to our newest leader, Cindy. And hearts in the chat for Cindy, because, again, she went one step further and clicked on the join button herself. Cindy, I hope to see you in the next leader-only stream for September. It's the only time you guys actually get to call in, and we get to have a natter all about the misadventures of Hazza and Megxie. And also, the leader's got a little bit of an exclusive on Friday. You guys will all catch up. The people that are not leaders, I will catch all you guys up on that exclusive this time next week. So this time next week, okay, I'm going to be announcing something. The leaders already know what it is. There you go. Cindy, thank you so much. Let's see what else, you guys. Oh, Ms. M, thank you so much for finding my favourite. Yay! Did you know you found that moment? I love it, love it, love it. Thank you so much. Again, everyone joining the stream, I'm just saying thank you to everyone that's already been very, very generous and sent over some extra support. I will be starting the main topic in a moment. It's usually like 10, 15 minutes into a live stream. Like I say, I just like to thank everyone first who's already shown some very, very generous support, just like Ms. M and the Junior Doggy Fight Nights moment. Let's see. Nick Wilson coming in and clicking on that join button as well. Everyone say A up to our newest leader, Nick. And again, hearts in the chat now for Nick, because again, he went one step further and clicked on the join button himself. Really appreciate it. Thank you so much. With that being said, away up. Brittany, with that being said, Brittany Grace, A up, sound the sugar alert. They're coming in early today. Well, you know what that means. So thank you so much to Brittany for sounding today's sugar alert. So to all the sugars, the Sussex squads, the morons that are watching right now. Hi morons! How y'all doing? Thank you so much for clicking on this live stream and watching right now and interacting in the live chat, because guess what? You're helping me right now. All your views, all your interaction, YouTube looks at that and it's like, ooh, more views, more interaction. Let's promote this live stream even more for more people to discover my channel and watch and hear what I'm saying. So yeah, sugars, Sussex squad, morons, thanks. Appreciate you guys so much. We also have Inish Finesh. I probably butchered your name. I apologise for that. Gifting one leadership to one of you lucky lots out there. So everyone say A up to our newest leader, courtesy of Inish. And that only means one thing. Officially, the gifting wars have now begun. So who else has the courage to take up that sword and shield and dive into today's gifting wars? Guys, we may soon find out, because we've got Tricky Bunnytail here, also clicking on that join button themselves. Oh my goodness, everyone say A up to our newest leaders, courtesy of Inish, for kicking off today's gifting wars, but also as well, Tricky Bunnytail. I love that name, by the way. Very nice. And hearts in the chat for Tricky right now, because they went one step further and actually hit that join button themselves. That is very generous of you. Thank you so much. That takes us to a whopping 14 new leaders for today's stream already. We're just one more away from 15. Who's going to help us get there? Guys, we may soon find out. And I see Gene Rick in the chat. Hey up, Gene! Thank you so much for the $1.99 sugar bucks. And again, my favourite. Yay! The Ginger Doggy Finance moment. I love it. Thank you so much. As we always like to say on this channel, if you want to ruin a sugar's day, send some sugar bucks my way. They hate it when you send support like this, and now we know that they're lurking for this stream. You want to piss off a sugar? It's pretty much how to do it. I'm just saying. So, you know, your decision, guys. Maylon says, you made me laugh, Steph. Well, I'm glad. I'm of some use. Brilliant. Also, as well, Purple is the New Black coming in, gifting one leadership to one of you lucky lots out there. So everyone say A up to our newest leader, courtesy of Purple is the New Black. That takes us to a whopping 15 new leaders for today's stream already. We're just now 5 more away from 20 new leaders for today's stream. So who else is going to pick up that sword and shield and come into today's gifting wars? Guys, we may soon find out. Who has got the courage, guys? We also have Anti-Scam Police TV with a $2 sugar bucks. Thank you so much for ruining a sugar's day by sending some sugar bucks my way. Anti-Scam Police TV. And we have Margaret Riley jumping into today's gifting wars, gifting one leadership to one of you lucky lots out there. So everyone say A up to our newest leader, courtesy of Margaret Riley. And what is this I see? Firstly, Lisa Booth, thank you so much for the $2 sugar bucks. Happy birthday to Gene Rick. Hit the like, guys. Oh my goodness, it's Gene's birthday. Well, That only means one thing. Before we start today's main topic. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Jean, Rick and OG on the channel. Happy birthday to you. May there be more. Hey, yes! Happy birthday to Jean. Everyone in the chat say happy birthday to Jean. She is a proper OG on the channel. She's been with me quite literally since day one. Like, absolutely. She was my first, like, if, you know, just to be technical here, you know, my first, I think, PayPal, super chatter. Like, Jean Rick has been here literally from day one. She's a proper OG. So I appreciate you for sticking with me for all these years. Oh my goodness. Thank you so much. And I've had the honor of meeting her face to face. Can't get any better than that. Can't get any better than that. Stephen, thank you so much for joining the leadership. Appreciate your face. Thank you, thank you. And oh my goodness, this is why the Sarge is the Sarge. Sarge is like, do you know what? I gifted 10 leaderships earlier on, but you know, I'm going to up the ante. I'm going to up the ante in today's gifting war. Doubling it to 20 new leaderships for today's stream. So everyone say, hey up to the newest leaders, courtesy of our Sarge. And that takes us to a whopping 46 new leaders for today's stream. Guys, we're just 4 more away now from 50 new leaders for today's stream. So who else is going to get up that sword and shield and show what's what? Guys, we may soon find out. We may soon find out. But Sarge, I salute you. Thank you. Thank you so, so much, hon. Wow. Very, very, very generous. I'm seeing all the happy birthdays for Jean Rick as well. Woo, woo, woo. Love it, love it, love it. With that being said, I'm going to kick off today's main topic, which is Prince Harry going to divorce Megxie as he's apparently begging to return to the royal family without her? Oh, this is some crazy, crazy shiz. But this is the thing, right? Let's put it this way. There is a lot of background to all of this, where this actually sounds very, very plausible. This is quite literally the first signs of divorce, the first signs that Prince Hazza has woken the hell up and wants to leave Megxie and her crazy narcissistic backside. So, as I'm going through all the information for you guys to decide for yourselves, anyone that sends super chat sticker, joins into today's gifting wars, or joins as a leader themselves, I will get to your support as and when I can whilst I'm going through today's main topic. Now, we all know, because I've reported this on my channel here countless times, that there have been rumours that not all is well at Montecito Royale for the last couple of years. I mean, last year I reported that apparently Prince Harry has a actual separate room at the San Vicente bungalows that he can go to whenever he wants when he wants to escape from Megxie and the children. Now, his rep is turning around and saying, well, hang on a minute. That's not true. The only thing is, there's plausible deniability here for their side, because part of the rules of being a member of San Vicente bungalows is you're not allowed to have your phone on you, you're not allowed to address anyone, you're not allowed to speak anyone unless you're allowed, blah, blah, blah. You're not allowed to speak of it, you're not allowed to speak of who's in it, blah, blah, blah. So even if Prince Hazza does have a room there, no one would be able to know anyway publicly because of the terms and conditions of being a member there in the first place. This is why I'm saying there's plausible deniability on Hazza's part to say, oh, no, I don't have a room there, even though he might actually do, right? Okay, so there's that. There's also the signs over the years with Megxie's engagement ring. Where's the engagement ring? Where's the engagement ring? Where's the engagement ring, right? Okay. Come to more recent times with the Colombia trip, and oh my goodness, he's got a face like a freaking slapped fish, right, guys? Like he really, really, really does. I mean, here he's looking like he's absolutely just miffed with her. Here she's looking like she's really, really angry with him, interrupting him, and he's just not impressed whatsoever. Here, Royal News Network picks up on this, saying, well, this is a look. He don't appear to be a happy camper on this trip. I'm sure it bugs him that this trip is all about Megxie, right? And here, he's just not happy whatsoever. And here, you know, again, Royal News Network, this image sums up Hazard and Meg's relationship rather well. He should just go home as he clearly doesn't want to be there, and I don't think she really wants him there. Now, I saw this picture, and guys, I was like, do you know what it came to mind? This picture. This picture came to mind when I saw this one. I mean, look at it. Guys, it is absolutely pretty much on point. The body language. She's turned away. He's faced a little bit forward, but turned the other way as well. I'm sorry, but it's so reminiscent, okay, of this very, very famous picture, which was another sign back in the day that not all was well with the marriage of the then Prince Charles and Princess Diana. Okay, now before we go any further and jump in, firstly, Elizabeth Mayer, thank you so much for hitting the join button and becoming our newest leader. Everyone say, hey up to our newest leader, Elizabeth, and hearts in the chat for Elizabeth, because she went one step further and hit that join button herself, so really appreciate it. Thank you so much. Let's get back to the main topic, because now, since the Colombian trip, and since all those pictures, I mean, I just picked a couple, but there's so many more. So all those pictures came out of Hazard just not looking like he's a happy camper with Megsy, right? What would you know? Oh my goodness. This then comes out, guys. So apparently, Hazard is asking his old aides to try and help plot a return from his US exile in his first stage of a rehabilitation strategy. And the friends are vowing to help him, dubbing it as Operation Bring Harry In from the Cold. Now, this is a thing, right? Again, I've reported it on this channel. Many other Megsy channels have done this as well. Megsy refuses to come back to the UK. She don't want to come back to the UK. She's got a few brain cells up in the brain there. Let's be very real here, okay? She knows she comes back to UK. She ain't going to get the warmest of welcomes. She's like the second to last least favourite royal based on the most recent polls that have just come out. The only one that's worse than her is Prince Andrew, and that says a lot, right, guys? So she knows coming back to UK is just not going to be viable for her whatsoever. She's disliked majorly. She ain't going to get the welcome that she wants. She ain't going to get the whole adoration that she wants. So she stays the hell away from the UK. So if anyone's going to return, Prince Harry's going to return, but she ain't going to come back. She will refuse to come back, right? So this is why I say, okay, based on this headline and all the information that we're going to go through, to me, this is the first signs of divorce. Because if this is true, that Hazard is begging to return to royal family and begging his former aides and his friends to help that happen, well, Megsy ain't going to return. Because she's vowed, reportedly, never to return back to UK. And if anything, we don't want her anyway. So, America, you can freaking keep her, all right? We're totally Gucci with that. Now, before we continue any further, Tia's and Tina, thank you so much for the Ginger Doggy Fight Now moment. I love it. And they're $2 sugar bucks. Appreciate your face. Thank you so much. But yeah, let's go through this, because Hazard apparently has sought advice from trusted former aides in the UK on how to actually create a return, a mastermind, a return, it says here, from exile in the United States. The Mail on Sunday can exclusively reveal. So sources say that Hazard is consulting people from his old life as a working royal after allegedly growing dissatisfied with the advice from the American PR experts that he has been consulting, right? He's finally realizing, looking at this, that yeah, what he's doing is not working whatsoever, right? So apparently this signifies the first stage in a strategy to rehabilitate Hazard that would involve him spending more time in the UK to repair his relationship with King Charles and potentially initiate a partial return to the royal fold. And it's very, very clever here, because when you read this, it's not, this is the first stage in a strategy to rehabilitate Hazard and Megsy. This is singular. This is the first stage in a strategy to rehabilitate Hazard only. Again, another reason why I think this is the first signs of a divorce. This is the first signs of splitting up. Because this is not including Megsy in any way, shape or form in this article whatsoever. Sources have stressed that Hazza and Megxit are not seeking a permanent return. So this is Hazza, as far as I'm concerned, also trying to worm his way back in to be a half-in, half-out royal. Now, we all know allegedly he and Megxit tried to get that agreement when they initially left the royal family, but Queen Elizabeth II was smart enough to be like, hell no, not happening. You're either in or you're out, and that's it. So it looks like he's trying to worm himself back in with that half-in, half-out situation. He's going to get shortchanged on that. He's not going to get too far. But apparently, that's what he's trying to do, looking at this. Now, Mail on Sunday, Daily Mail have come a little bit late to the party on this one, saying that they can also reveal that the couple have parted company with yet another PR advisor, Christian Wheel Shermer. Yeah, a lot of us Megxiteer YouTubers, we reported on this earlier on this week, Daily Mail. So yeah, you're a little bit late to the party on that one, just saying. Anywho, so the source is saying that Hazza is turning away from all sorts of Hollywood publicists and is seeking counsel from his old friends and associates. He's clearly reaching out thinking, I need to do something different because what I'm doing is clearly not working. In short, he's rethinking the way he operates. Well, better late than never. I mean, after 4 or 5 years of doing the same thing over and over and over and over again and failing, okay? You would have thought after a couple of times he'd be like, okay, let's go back to the drawing board. But no. After 4 or 5 years, he's going to go back to the drawing board. Okay, better late than never. Fair enough, but I think the damage is done. I think there's just no rehabilitation. I think if he ever comes back to the royal fold, they'll treat him like Prince Andrew. He's there. We're aware that he's there, but they sweep him under the carpet and he's just not part of the main royal family whatsoever, and that is that, right? Before we continue any further, Elizabeth Mayer, thank you so much for jumping into today's gifting war, gifting a whopping 5 leaderships to some of you lucky lots out there. So everyone say, hey, up to our newest leaders, courtesy of Elizabeth Mayer. Appreciate your face. Who else is going to jump into today's gifting wars? Guys, we may soon find out. We'll find out straight away. Shaz! I see you, Shaz. Thank you so much for gifting another 5 leaderships to some of you lucky lots out there. So everyone say, hey, up to our newest leaders, courtesy of Elizabeth, but also as well, our Shaz as well. Thank you so much. Royal Tarot saying we don't want her either. Well, tough. She's born in America. She's an American. You're stuck with her, I'm just saying. Anywho, so Prince Hazza's representatives did not respond to a request for comment. Shock horror, right, guys? But apparently, ending his feud with Prince William is not seen as a realistic goal. And again, I've reported on this a few weeks ago. Prince William is turning around and essentially saying, reportedly, that he will not let Hazza return in any way, shape or form. So this kind of situation coming about with Prince Hazza's attempt here, I don't think he's going to get too far whatsoever. But apparently King Charles may be open to healing the feud with Prince Hazza and has consulted with faith leaders as he explores the nature of forgiveness. At least one of the advisors approached by Hazza is a trusted figure from the old school known for loyalty and discretion. One friend has apparently already devised a strategy for how Hazza might begin moving in UK circles again, even carrying out very low-key royal duties, although Hazza is said to be open to ideas from many sources. Essentially, he's desperate at this point. He knows that Megxit has failed, apparently, opinion conspiracy theory, whatever, and so he's desperate to come back now, because Megxit's failed. It's not gone the way he thought it would go. They've lost the Spotify deal. They're about to lose Netflix because Megxit's cooking show, apparently Netflix don't even want to air that. They're passing on it, apparently, if you're to believe the rumours. His polo show with Netflix, who knows what's going on with that, right? There's no more deals that they're signing up for to bring in even more millions to support their very, very, very expensive lifestyle. So, yeah, Megxit's not worked. Maybe he's just realised that now and he's waking up and thinking, do you know what? The grass was never greener on the other side. I should have stayed where I was in the royal family. Hindsight is a wonderful thing, right, guys? Now, a source said that the friend believes if Harry comes back to the UK with zero fuss and does zero publicity and attends very mundane events, he could prove himself and win over the British public again. I mean, there's always a possibility, okay? There's always a possibility. Anything is possible in this world, right? This, though, I highly doubt it. I highly doubt it. After everything that he said, after everything that he's done, not only against the royal family, but against the British public, our identity, our culture, everything, you think, even if he comes back with zero fuss and whatnot, that, you know, we'll forgive him and we'll let him back and we'll welcome him back with open arms and he'll be one of the most popular royals again like he used to be back in the day? No, I don't think so. I don't think it'll ever go back to the way it was. I don't think he'll ever be able to be fully accepted by the UK public ever again. I think that ship has sailed. I really, really do. And the thing is, actions have consequences, and he's now feeling those consequences. You make your bed, you lie in it, right, guys? Now, he would have to accept, though, that he might be reduced to ribbon cutting for a long period, but it would give him purpose to work again. See, even giving him ribbon cutting events is too good. No. You don't give him anything. Prince Andrew don't get ribbon cutting events. I would say Hazard should be treated the same as well. Now, the source said it would only happen if certain members of the family could find it in themselves to allow it, i.e. Prince William, because again, I've reported on this channel that apparently Prince William has banned Hazard from returning to the royal family in any way, shape or form. The person that's going to stop this is going to be Prince William. He's not going to let him back. And for good damn reason, wouldn't you think, right? Now, apparently, Hazard has sent conciliatory messages to a number of old friends in the UK on WhatsApp. They're ready and willing to help him smooth a path back to Britain, with some referring to their task as Operation Bring Harry In from the Cold. Now, this is very, very interesting to note because, again, previous reports have stated that Prince Hazard's old friends will not visit him in California because they can't stand Megxie. They don't like her. They don't approve of her. Looks like he's missing his old friends now. And he's been isolated. His choice, guys. But friends are hoping that Hazard's former private secretary, Edward Lane Fox, might spearhead a comeback. One said, if anyone can do it, Edward can. Last time I saw him, I wanted to take him by the shoulders and say, Ed, please bring our boy home. It's the right time now. Asked about helping Hazard, Mr. Lane Fox told this newspaper, it's not something I've got a view on, I'm afraid. That's a I can neither confirm nor deny message there. Because it doesn't really confirm anything. It doesn't say, no, I'm not helping Harry, or yes, I am helping Harry. He just says, I've not got a view on it. Yeah. Okay. I see what's going on here. Right, guys? But this is the thing. If Edward Lane Fox took this on, it would be like a Mission Impossible thing. Your mission, if you choose to accept it. A Mission Impossible if I ever saw one. Now, we know that a paperback edition is coming out on October 24th, and he's not added anything more to it or anything different to it. A lot of people are saying that this is Hazard trying to make amends with the royal family and with a view of returning to the royal family. For me, I don't think he added anything in because he's just too lazy to do it. He could have added something to it. I mean, there were those, what did he say to Bryony Gordon back in January last year on the Telegraph interview? He said that like there was an extra 400 pages, but that was all on the cutting room floor in the end. Yeah, he's a dodgy little fish, I tell you. But yeah, guys, news is that Hazard is basically begging to return to the royal family, but it's going to be without Megxie because end of the day, Megxie has already said reportedly that she does not want to return back to the UK in any way, shape or form. So if he's going to return to the royal family, it's going to be without her. And to me, that is the first signs of a divorce, of a split. That, and when you go through this whole article, it's all about Hazza returning, not Hazza and Megxie returning, right, guys? And when you see all these pictures and so many more of Hazza on this Columbia tour, having a face like a slapped wet fish, not all is well, it looks like, with his marriage to Megxie. And when you see this photo, to me, this photo came to mind straight away. Now, oh my goodness, Twitter had a few things to say about all of this. So, Royally Sage at Sage1411 says, Rachel would never go back and they don't want her around as she sells everything to the press. There is zero trust and Harry just tells her stuff. Exactly. So there's other people that are agreeing with me. Megxie would never go back. This is all, if it's going to be, it's only going to be Hazza. And if it's only going to be Hazza that comes back, Megxie ain't going to come with him, which means, to me, only one thing. They're splitting up. It's divorce time. That kind of thing. Right, guys? Then we've got Royal News Network saying this could be in the works if a separation is in the future. Between the tense CBS interview, some obvious frustration in Colombia, and the New York Times initial report that Megxie was at her home in Santa Monica, something is in the offing. Now, let me be very honest with this. The interview with Megxie in the New York Times when they said that Megxie was calling from her home in Santa Monica, now that's like 2 hours away approximately from Montecito. I think that was a typo on their part. I really, really do think that. I'll be very honest. But some people are thinking that it's not a typo. Believe what you will on that one. We've got Tribes Britannia here saying, I'm confused by Prince Hazza's friend saying he's out in the cold. Are they stating that Hazza isn't living his best life with his wife and children in California? Well, if you're to believe reports that he does have a room at San Vicente Bungalows to escape to whenever he wants to get away from Megxie and the children, then yeah. Are they stating that he's in fact living a life he didn't choose in the first place? No, he chose it in the first place, but buyer's remorse at this point as far as I'm concerned. Are they stating that Hazza was manipulated and coerced by false claims of unalivement and ABUSE by Megxie? Well, it's not proven, but it is rumoured. Interesting, right, guys? And then we've got some reactions for some many more famous social media and YouTubers on Twitter. We've got Dan Wooten here saying, no thanks, we've got enough problems without Hazza trying to worm his way back. Damn right. We've got two-tier Kia, right, Dan? Then we've got GB News. Kinsey Schofield turning around and saying Americans did not welcome them in the way that they initially thought they would. Again, Hazza may be realising that, do you know what? The grass is definitely not greener on the other side. He should have stayed exactly where he was with the royal family. Then we've got Niall Gardner. Now, for those that don't know, Niall Gardner is part of the Heritage Foundation. And so here he's turning around and saying Prince Harry does not deserve to return to the royal fold after his nasty and vicious attacks alongside Megxie against the royal family. I don't think he deserves to return to the royal fold either. No way. After everything he's done, royal family should just turn around and say, hell no, piss off, you cowbag. For those that don't know, the Heritage Foundation is currently suing the Biden government to actually get a copy of Hazza's US visa application to see if he lied on it or not when it comes to his past illicit substance use. We are still waiting for the judge to make his decision on it. But any updates, and I will definitely let you know. I've been covering that since the beginning. Before we continue any further, we've got LNC Rogie. Thank you so much for the £2 sugar bucks. Ruining a sugar's day by sending some sugar bucks my way. Saying, yes, Stef, I'm on my Sunday night treat to myself, LOL. Yes! Love it! Thank you. It's always good to treat your sen. Treat your sen even more. Then we've got royal commentator Angela Levin saying tread carefully. She says treat carefully, but I think she meant tread carefully because Hazza hasn't been trustworthy for a long time. It could be his and Megxie's half in, half out plan, which the late Queen Elizabeth absolutely refused. Now, this is the thing. Again, when you look at this article, it doesn't say Hazza and Megxie. It just says Hazza. It's very, very singular. So I think, again, this is the first signs of a divorce. This is first signs of them splitting up. Because if Hazza returns back to UK, Megxie ain't going to follow. There's only one thing for it. He's going to divorce. He's going to split up with her. That is it. The grass is not greener on the other side. We then have Angela Levin then on GB News saying even further, saying, look, you just can't trust him. Just can't trust Hazard to come back to Royal Fold. And after everything that he's done and everything that he's said with messages and conversations and private situations that allegedly happened, blah, blah, blah. Yeah. Can't trust him as far as you can throw him, as far as I'm concerned. Then we've got HRH, the Royal Commentator USA at Barrister Law USA, saying he's clearly reaching out thinking, I need to do something different because what I'm doing is clearly not working. In short, he's rethinking the way he operates. 4 or 5 years too late, but hey, at least he might be coming to his senses now, right? Then we've got Tribes Britannia saying, A.N. Wilson is saying it's important for Prince William to bring Harry back into the fold. No, it is not, and I agree. It's not important to bring Hazza back into the fold. Hazza not being in the royal family fold is working perfectly well right now. Do not fix what is not broken. Hazza, and I agree with this sentiment, is a proven traitor to king and country, and he should be kept in exile because at the end of the day, he was born as a prince, and he was born into a duty towards his country and the Commonwealth. When he left the royal family, he turned his back on his royal duty and his countrymen and the Commonwealth, in my opinion, conspiracy theory, whatever. And that, to me, makes Hazza an absolute traitor. Again, in my opinion, conspiracy theory, whatever. Then we have, this made me laugh. This made me laugh at the fake Duchess saying the floppers, Hazza and Megxie. Megxit failed. Now they want back. Hashtag unsuccessful. Camera is a beautiful thing. I love this Photoshop picture. This made me laugh when I saw this, so I had to share it with you. Then we've got Duchess of Chunga Changa at Changa Duchess of saying, Dear Harry, your bridges have been well and truly burned. You have lied about your brother, sister-in-law, father, stepmother, and your much-loved grandparents. You've sat and watched whilst your wife disrespects your family. These acts will never be forgotten or forgiven by us. There is no way back. And this is the thing. I absolutely agree with all of this as well. And as I said earlier on, they think, whoever these friends are and these former aides are, think that there's a chance in hell that he could be rehabilitated in the UK's eyes. No. Because we won't forgive and we won't forget. That's the problem. He's done way too much against the royal family and against the British public. I mean, turning around basically and saying that the British public, as far as I'm concerned, is racist. And that the whole British media, right, overblowing this thing of, oh, the British media is racist, blah, blah, blah. What the frick? Amongst other things that he's done. Yeah, Hazza, piss off. Do you know what? If he wants out and he wants to move to another country, he can go to freaking Africa. Do you know what? He can go to Colombia. Yeah. Because anyway, Colombia apparently is safer than the UK, seeing as Hazza will never bring Megxie back to the UK because, you know, he's scared that she'll be a victim of a knife crime or acid attack. However, happy to take her over to Colombia. You know what? Move to Colombia. Move to freaking Africa. Don't want him back to UK. We've got enough ginger whingers in the UK. We don't need one more, that's for certain. This made me laugh as well. Kylia, memes by Kai, saying breaking, Hazza spotted at Clarence House in hopes to reunite with his father, King Charles. I thought this was really, really funny as well. King Charles watching Clarkson's farm, and there's Hazza in the window there, which is quite reminiscent of the South Park episode, the Worldwide Privacy Tour, where Hazza is in the window and he's trying to get the attention and does all that stuff. Yeah, there you go. Two more, getting a little bit more serious now. Tribes Britannia, you know, putting like cold hard reality on this whole situation, saying while Prince Philip was dying and then Queen Elizabeth, Hazza was in the driving seat of a full-scale hate campaign against the royal family. He didn't care then about healing wounds and peace. He didn't care then about relationships. His hateful, nasty ways, being fueled by illicit substances and lies by his nasty, hateful wife, were all he cared about. Remember when he lied about his father cutting him off financially to Oprah? That doesn't deserve a second chance. Now, this is all alleged opinion, conspiracy theory, whatever, just for legal purposes. Let me be very real on this. But I agree with this sentiment as well. He does not deserve a second chance after everything he has done, especially during the period when Prince Philip was passing away, when he was going, and then Queen Elizabeth. She's the freaking bed. It's an absolute piss take. Now, for those that are watching, please use the like button as your voting tool. It's the quickest and easiest way for me to gauge you guys' opinion to see if you actually agree with this sentiment or not. Do you believe that the royal family should let Hazza back in? If you don't believe that the royal family should let Hazza back in, then please click the like button as your voting tool. Again, it's just the quickest and easiest way for me to gauge you guys' opinion to see if you actually agree with it or not. I, for one, do believe that they should not let him back in. So if you believe they should not let him back in, hit the like button as your voting tool. I can see here 851 of you are agreeing with that sentiment already. I'll check back in a moment and see how many more of you agree that the royal family should not let Prince Harry back in. Let's go to back here, just as a little bit of a refresh. So this has come out in the last 24 hours that allegedly Hazza is begging to return to the royal family, and it looks like without Megxie, because again, when you look at this whole article, it's all about Hazza returning rather than Hazza and Megxie returning, and we all know from recent reports and previous reports that Megxie apparently has said she does not want to return back to the UK at all, which only means one thing. If Hazza does want to return back to the royal family, it's going to be without Megxie, which then smells a lot like divorce. It smells like a lot like he wants to split up with her, and he's realizing the grass is not greener on the other side. I can see here that 1,010 of you are currently agreeing that the royal family should not let Prince Harry back into the fold. If you agree that the royal family should not let Prince Harry back in, then again, hit that like button. It's the quickest and easiest way for me to gauge you guys' opinion to see if you actually agree with it or not. Now, for all those watching on the live or on the replay, just as a little bit of a quick reminder, if you liked this live stream and you want more, believe me, of course, there's going to be more, then make sure you subscribe to join our Alter Nerd tribe, because I'll be honest with you all, help us now get to 1 million so we can also get that go play button right there and hopefully cause a Meghan Markle meltdown on Instagram. Like, share, comment down below on the replay your opinion, conspiracy theories, whatevers. And here we are for the live portion of today's stream. What does that mean? Well, I'm going to be speaking to you from the live chat. So anyone that sends super chat sticker, member only chat, your chats are guaranteed to be read. Anyone else, I'm just going to pick and choose what sticks out to me, but your chats are not guaranteed to be read, so please do bear that in mind. We're already, based on today's gifting war, on a whopping 58 new leaders for today's stream. We're just 2 more away from 60 new leaders, so who else is going to hit that join button or jump into today's gifting wars? Guys, we may soon find out. Anywho, let's see what the chat's saying. So, Anna Perkins says, I'm not sure he'll be capable of true contrition for some of the unforgivable things he has said and done since his marriage and departure. I mean, it went from, allegedly, I'll only return back to the royal family if they apologise to me, to now apparently begging to return back to the royal family, but without that kind of condition of an apology from them. Bit of a turnaround, right, guys? Silver says, of course we don't think he should be let back in. He's worried about Trump. That's all it is. Potentially, yeah. I hope it all comes to light, his application and what happened there with him getting into the US. I really, really do hope it all comes to light. I think the American public, and basically just the public at large, now deserve to know what the hell happened. I can see here 1,091 of you have hit that like button as you're voting tool, agreeing with me that the royal family should not let Prince Harry back in. If you agree with that, again, just use the like button as your voting tool. It's the quickest and easiest way for me to gauge you guys' opinion on this. Let's see what else you guys are saying. Dion Underwood saying, I think you should have a little cottage away from everyone somewhere in the UK. Well, definitely not Frogmore. That is for damn certain. Definitely not Frogmore. Mel says, royal family never ever let them traitors back. No, 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 no. Lemon Trifle has a traitor. Stay away. Stay away indeed. Let's see what else you guys are saying. Tracy saying, Hazard trashed his family, went on freedom flight to escape them. He's a snake. He said they're all racist. Well, no. Correction. That they are confirmation biased. Who is he freaking trying to kid? I'm telling you. No. Lulu's mum says he'll move back with his mates. I just don't want him back in the UK. A lot of us don't want him back in the UK. Based on the recent YouGov poll results that I saw, he is the third least liked member of the royal family. The two beneath him is Megxie and then Prince Andrew. It says a lot, guys. It really, really does say a lot. Let's see what else you guys are saying. Anti-Scam Police TV says he should first announce his book and Netflix mockumentary before he thinks of going back to the royal family. Do you know what? If he did that, if he actually turned around and said, do you know what, I was wrong on everything, the book, the mockumentary, the whole lot, and meant it, maybe. Only a little bit. Only a little bit, maybe. Well, I don't think that would ever happen anyway, so that's that. Purplish New Black says, I'd run as fast as I could if I was Hazard. Yeah, just not in the direction of the UK. UK don't want him. He's like the third least liked royal out of the whole royal family. So that says a lot, okay? He can go to Africa. He can go to his beloved continent, Africa. He can go to Nigeria. He can go to see his new friends in Colombia. He's got other places he can go to that he's so welcome to. Let's see what else you guys are saying. Sorry, I'm just scrolling down now. Jojo Gibson says, maybe Megxie can't come back as there's a restraining order against her. Okay, so it's rumoured that there's a restraining order. Do I believe it? No. No, I don't believe there's a restraining order against her. I just believe that she doesn't want to come back to UK because she knows that she's not going to get the reception that she wants. She knows that she's hated. She's the second disliked royal in the family. The only one that's disliked more than her is Prince Andrew. And for someone that's an alleged narcissist, that is a nightmare. She don't want to go where she's not loved and where she's not revered and adored, right? As an alleged narcissist. So it makes all the sense in the world that she doesn't want to come back to the UK. So I don't think there's a restraining order. But I do think that the royal family are doing everything they can to distance themselves from Megxie, that's for sure. Royal Tarot readings by Pilot Gal coming in, gifting 5 leaderships to some of you lucky lots out there. So everyone say, hey up to our newest leaders, courtesy of Royal Tarot readings. That's very, very kind of you. Thank you so much. Wow. Let's see, we're already now on a whopping, wow, okay. Looks like we've got more here. Tears in Tina, gifting another leadership to one of you lucky lots out there. So everyone say, hey up to our newest leaders, courtesy of Royal Tarot, but also Tears in Tina. Appreciate your face. Thank you so much. I'll get to the total in a moment of where we are for the new leaders for today's gifting wars. Let's see what else you guys are saying in the meantime. I mean, this is the thing. Lemon Trifle, yeah, something that I've forgotten in all of this. We've had years of sugar trolls and ABUSE of our beloved royal family. They've been hard years. Sad for the royal family having such an ordeal. And this is the thing. Yeah, he's not even denounced the Sugars, the Sussex squad. We are absolutely like 100% clued up that he is aware of their existence, right? But he's not denounced them. Yeah, he's all about, Oh, let's stop online bullying and harassment, but doesn't sort that out in his own back garden. Yeah. He definitely needs to also denounce the Sussex, the sugar squad. That's for sure. Absolutely. Let's see what else you guys are saying. Oh, wow. Dude, I just seen this. Flapper27. Wow, that is extremely generous of you. Everyone, hearts in the chat for Flapper27 right now, because Flapper27 has just ruined a shiz ton of Sugar's days by sending a shiz ton of Sugar bucks my ways. Wow. Flapper27 saying, if Hazard comes back, put him in with Prince Andrew and Fergie at the Royal Lodge. Do you know what? I don't think he even deserves that. No. He lives as a private citizen, no return to the royal family whatsoever in any physical way, shape or form. He can stay with his mates. He's got enough millions in the bank he can buy his own house. Simple as. No. Ladybug13, thank you so much for your continued support for the leadership, saying we don't want him in Canada neither. Whiner. Yeah. Lower countries are like, nope, to Ginger has a whinger. Nope. Jackie Tinsey says she's scared of us British people, and probably for good reason, because we just don't like her and we'll just call a spade and not give a shiz about it. I mean, think about it. The last time she was like here was for Queen Elizabeth II's funeral. And what happened? She did not get the reception she wanted. People refused to shake her hand. People refused to speak to her in line. Like, she was booed at one point. So, yeah. She knows. Dawn Jennings, welcome to the leadership. Thank you so much for hitting that join button. Everyone, hearts in the chat for Dawn Jennings as well, because they went one step further and actually hit that join button themselves. And say hey up to our newest leader, Dawn. Thank you so much for joining the ranks, Dawn. Appreciate your face. T4 says, who would want Hazard cutting ribbons on their enterprise? It would bring a curse. Yeah, everything Hazard's done has turned to shiz really at this point, so... Yeah. Dreadnought says, you've spoken to HG Tudor. There's no alleged about it. She's as much a narcissist as you are Yorkshire woman. Well, I do have to say alleged for certain purposes, but yeah. And I might be speaking to HG Tudor again, possibly this month. Stay tuned. Let's see what else you guys are saying. Twas New says, Harry is up to something. After 4 years of trashing his family and saying how terrible it was to be in the Royal Fishbowl, he now expects us to believe he now wants back in. I know. So I think there's a little bit of like gaslighting here, in all honesty. Red Dog 2023 coming in, gifting a whopping 5 leaderships to some of you lucky lots out there. So everyone say, hey up to our newest leaders, courtesy of Red Dog 2023. Appreciate your face. Thank you so much, mate. That takes us to a whopping 70 new leaders for today's stream. Guys, we're just 5 away from 75 new leaders for today's stream. So who else is going to take up that sword and shield like Red Dog and be like, this ain't how you do a gifting war. This is how you do a gifting war. Guys, we may soon find out. Let's see what else you guys are saying. Miriam says, Hazard is set to get a large inheritance on 15th of September when he turns 40. If he files for legal separation before that date, there's a chance Megxie may not be able to make a claim on it, not short of the law. Now, I've spoken to a couple of my lawyer friends from America, and they've all turned around and said the same thing, which is because this is an inheritance, it's not part of the community property. So if Megxie divorces Hazard or Hazard divorces Megxie, whichever way it's going to happen, Megxie can't claim on that money or on the inheritance because it's not part of the community property. So that's what I've been told anyway, guys, from a couple of very high-level, high-flying American lawyers that know their shiz. That is for damn certain. Let's see what else you guys are saying. Dawn Jennings says, are you sure this is not a ruse to get his full security by coming back? Possibly. But this whole notion of him, trying to still go for this half in, half out working member of the royal family is just not going to fly. It's not going to fly. It's not going to happen. No way, no Jose. Linda Glass saying, get those sugars, Flapper27. Good work. Yeah, who else wants to piss off some sugars? You want to ruin a sugar's day, then you send some sugar bucks my way. They hate it when you support us Megxiteers like that. And Flapper27 definitely pissed off a few sugars that are lurking right now. And we know that they're lurking. So to all the sugars that are lurking right now, hi morons. How you doing? Anywho, let's see what else you guys are saying. Stephen Magnus, thank you so much for the £5 sugar bucks. Again, ruining a sugar's day by sending some sugar bucks my way. Saying Megxie has only 2 investments in a portfolio. There isn't 5 to 10 companies. It's just Clever Blends LLC and Kester or Sester Collective LLC. I know. I saw your email. Thank you very much. Might be doing a video on it. So good work, mate. Thank you so much for that. Elizabeth Besco, here we go, saying exactly what I just said a second ago. Inheritance cannot be used in divorce support requests because, again, it doesn't form part of the community property scenario because it's separate. It's separate from that because he's getting it like from a third party, something that's separate from the marriage rather than because of the marriage. I think that's basically the general logic behind it. Anyhow. Let's see what else you guys are saying. Sarza Q says, will he be pouncing around New York for Climate Week? Oh, yeah. Trying to reenact the scenes that Prince William got when he was in New York, but it's just not going to happen. It's not going to happen. He's going to have all that security and no one's going to give a shiz. No one's going to give a shiz about him being there. I guarantee it. Let's see what else you guys are saying. Let's see. Killybite says that other wife might not have legal rights to the inheritance, but what are the odds that she'll blackmail him into handing it over? Pretty conspiracy theory, whatever. Linda Glass says Megxie sold Hazard a dream life in America and now he looks more miserable than ever. Again, he's got a face like a slapped fish at this point. The grass sometimes is just not greener on the other side, guys. Heed the example of Hazard. There you are. Liberty Blake says, love the tiara, Steph. Thank you. Appreciate it. Thank you. I went to see Aladdin at the theatre and I saw this tiara and I was like, oh my goodness. Firstly, I need to get it because it's Jasmine's tiara. Secondly, it looks so much fun to wear, and it is. And thirdly, I thought I can wear it for my streams and my videos. So here we go. I'm wearing a tiara and it's really, really comfy as well. Really, really comfy. So yeah, there we go. Thank you so much. And by the way, the Aladdin show was so much fun. So much fun. I still prefer The Lion King. I really, really do. The Lion King is something very, very special. But the Aladdin theatre show was a lot of fun. And the dude that plays the genie steals the show. Steals the show. There you go. Stephen Magnus, my goodness. Coming in today's gifting walls, gifting a whopping 5 leaderships. Some of you lucky lots out there, so everyone say, hey, up to our newest leaders, courtesy of Stephen Magnus. Stephen was like, I can pick up that sword and shield and show you how to do a gifting war. Stephen, proud of you. Thank you so much. That takes us to a whopping 75 new leaders for today's stream. We're just 5 more away from 80 new leaders for today's stream. So who else is going to pick up that sword and shield like Stephen Magnus and be like, I know how to do a gifting war too? Wah! Guys, we may soon find out. I don't know where that came from with wah, but maybe I had like Rush Hour in my head. The film Rush Hour. I'm a nerd. Hello. Stef the Alter Nerd. I love films and movies and series and all that lot. Films and movies. That made no sense. I love movies and TV. There you go. I'm an absolute nerd when it comes to that stuff. And the Rush Hour series, the film series, they have this kind of like song that they pretty much play. It's like, wah, huh, yeah. What is it good for? Absolutely nothing. I can't sing to save my life, but there we go. That's pretty much how it goes. So probably I went like that and went, wah, because I had Rush Hour in my head. So that's that explanation over and done with. Stephen, cheers for jumping into today's gifting war. Appreciate your beers. Like I say, that takes us to a whopping 75 new leaders for today's stream. We're just 5 more away from 80 new leaders for today's stream. So who else is going to pick up that sword and shield like Stephen and show us how it's done? We may soon find out, guys. We may soon find out. Let's see what else you guys are saying. Let's see. Dr. Moorcock says, I know people with $10 million in stocks and still travels economy. Megsy will go through that money in a month. I remember my ex. We haven't even earned the money yet and it's already spent. Wow. That is insane. Insane. Linda Glass saying it's such a cute tiara. Well, thank you. Thank you. When I wear this, I kind of feel a little bit like River on YouTube when she's like wearing the tiara and everything. It's like, yay. I'm a little bit royal now as well with my own tiara. I'm just saying. I can get in the act too. A lot of people are liking the tiara. Oh, thank you, thank you, thank you. Appreciate your face. Power of the tiara. There you go. Do you know what? No, I'm not going to say it. I'm not going to say it. No. No. Power of the tiara compels you. If anyone knows where that reference comes from, guys, you just know. If you know, you know. If you know, you know. I'll just say that. Let's see what else you guys are saying. Seika S, thank you so much for the $4.99 sugar bucks. Ruining a sugar's day by sending some sugar bucks my way. And YouTube is telling me it's your third ever super chat on a live stream. So thank you so much for choosing me, this channel, this community, for sending your third ever super chat on a live stream. That's very, very kind of you. Everyone, hearts in the chat for Seika right now. Because again, it's their third ever super chat on a live stream. And they chose us to send it across. So yes. Hearts in the chat for Seika right now. Thank you so much. Hell's bells, it's Mel saying your nerd and nerdettes reporting for nerd duty. There we are. I'm going to say something in a minute. I've got a little bit of a rant. Do you know what? I'm going to say it now. Now, I will say this. What I'm about to say, okay, 100% has nothing to do with the vintage read whatsoever. Again, 100% has nothing to do with the vintage read whatsoever. I'm going to say that first and foremost. I'll say it a third time for those in the back. What I'm about to say, what I'm about to rant on, has nothing, zero, zilch, no connection in any way, shape or form to the vintage read. I actually like her. I've spoken to her behind the scenes. She's a decent lass. My kind of people. She's Gucci, right? Okay. So don't be twisting this, all right? Okay. Next week, I'm going to be doing a video. I'm going to be doing many videos anyway. But there's one video in particular. And I'm getting pissed off now. Pissed the F off. Let me explain. And again, nothing to do with the vintage read. I cannot be any clearer on this. Nothing to do with her whatsoever. I like her. I'm Gucci with her. She's decent. I've actually invited her to come on to Royal Clubhouse at one point. I'm thinking about how to make it work because she's all the way over in Australia and the time difference is a bit large, if you know what I'm saying. Sarge knows. So I'm thinking about how to make it work. But again, nothing to do with the vintage read, right? I've got to be very clear on that. I can't be any clearer. But let's put it this way. Those that put out information and receipts that, in my opinion, conspiracy theory, whatever, based on my own research, is false. And not just does it the once, but as far as I'm concerned, repeatedly does this, are a disgrace. Because what are they doing? By putting out, as far as I'm concerned, false receipts that, let's say, allegedly they're creating themselves, that is lowering the integrity and trust know, let me rephrase that. That's lowering the integrity of the rest of us in the Megxit community that actually provide bona fide receipts and don't fabricate anything X, Y, and Z. It hurts the whole reputation of the Megxit community when people decide to, as far as I'm concerned, fabricate receipts and put out false receipts. Now, at times, someone might put out a false receipt without realising, and then they'll apologise afterwards and be like, do you know what? I was wrong. Fair play. Okay, not got a problem with those people. Not a problem. But for those that do it repeatedly, where they put out false receipts, which as far as I'm concerned, in some cases are fabricated by that same person, I am pissed off, because that then lowers the integrity of the rest of the Megxit community that actually put out bona fide receipts. But not only that, it could actually damage the audience trust in the rest of us that are actually doing good, that are actually providing information that is opinion, conspiracy theory, whatever, not false and not fabricated. All right? It's simple as that. And so, let's be real here, all right? Even though I'm always real. Let's be even more real, okay? I've pretty much got 99% of the evidence already to prove, as far as I'm concerned, that someone is using false receipts. I'm just waiting for one more thing. And when that happens, and when I get that, next week, hold on to your freaking butts. Because I've had enough. I've had enough. People in this community that don't have the integrity and provide, as far as I'm concerned, false receipts that, in my opinion, they fabricated themselves. No. It's not only doing damage to us, but guess what? Let's be real here. It's doing damage to Megxit and Hazza as well. It is. It is. So not only, let's be real here, am I going to be defending the Megxit community that is actually doing good and is not, as far as I'm concerned, lying to their audience and misdirecting them, but I'm actually going to be defending Hazza and Megxit with this as well. See, this is what integrity looks like. As YouTubers, when we do these videos, when we do these streams, okay, we have a responsibility to provide you with information, right? Now, we have a responsibility first and foremost to tell you when it's our opinion, conspiracy theory, whatever, right? And I do that all over the joint. Now, the problem is when someone is providing receipts and saying this is fact, this is true, this, that, and the other, when it's not. And does it repeatedly. Yeah. Then there's a problem. And I've been silent on this long enough. I really have. And I'm done. I'm done. And again, let me be very, very clear. If I haven't been clear already, this is not about the vintage read. This is not about her whatsoever. I like her. She's my kind of person. She's absolutely, wonderful to speak to when I've spoken to her behind the scenes, okay, on Twitter. Not got a problem with her whatsoever. I've invited her on Royal Clubhouse. I'm going to figure out a way to still get her on because the time difference is a bit difficult. I will still figure out a way. Again, this is not about the vintage read. Not about her whatsoever, okay? I ain't got a problem with her. She's Gucci in my eyes. Very, very Gucci in my eyes. But yeah. Enough is enough. And it only took me literally 2 seconds to pretty much find out and get the receipts to see that what's being put out recently. No. I'm just waiting for one more thing, and then I'm dropping the hammer. And that is it. It's not just me, though. Someone else might be joining me in dropping the hammer as well. Shh. But yeah, that will be a video for next week if everything goes according to plan with this last little piece of the jigsaw that I'm just waiting for. But yeah. So for all those that are guessing in the chat who I might be talking about right now, I'm not going to confirm or deny at this point. I'm just waiting for one more thing. And when I get it, that hammer's going to be dropped. Because again, I try to operate with as much integrity and honesty as possible when it comes to this channel and the videos that I put out and the streams that I put out. Now, of course, when it comes to any YouTuber, let's be real here, when it comes to titles, there is a little bit of an element of clickbait. All YouTubers do it. Let's be freaking real here, okay? And for those YouTubers that say they don't do it, come on. Everyone does an element of clickbait. But as far as I'm concerned, lying about evidence, as far as I'm concerned, fabricating evidence, they're doing more damage to our Megxit community. They're doing more damage to the Megxit community than actually helping us. When one person in the community, as far as I'm concerned, provides false information, false receipts, and as far as I'm concerned, I suspect fabricates them, getting up any conspiracy theory, whatever, at this point, don't just put doubt and suspicion on them. There's then potentially doubt and suspicion on the rest of us, and that's unfair. That is unfair. It's not just the integrity of that person that then is questioned, but potentially the integrity of the rest of the Megxit community that's also questioned as well. And that then includes me. And guess what? I don't like my integrity being questioned. I really don't. When I'm wrong about something, I'll say I'm wrong. I'll be very up and honest about it. There's been many times on a stream where I've thought I'm being right or my opinion's being right. Someone in the live chat's turned around and says, well, hang on a minute, actually hold your horses because this is the actual reality. And then I'll turn around and be like, actually, do you know what? Yeah, I was wrong. You're right. Fair play. And I'll change my mind. I'll be like, yeah, fair play. So yeah. Watch out for next week because I've had enough. I'm pissed off. And yeah, doing more damage than actually good for the Megxit community. Do you know what? I'm going to stand up and I'm going to speak out on it. And yeah, again, I'm just waiting for this final piece of the puzzle. Tomorrow's Labour Day, so I'm going to have to wait until Tuesday. Oh, bloody hell. Once I get that, hold on to your butts, guys, because fire's going to rain down. And again, I see you guys guessing who this potential person may be that I'm talking about. I'm not going to confirm nor deny anything at this stage. I'm just waiting to get all my ducks in a row. And 99% of them they're already in a row. And you know, guys, when I do my research, I leave no stone unturned. There. It will be, as far as I'm concerned, a checkmate. As far as I'm concerned, it will be a knockout. There's no getting back up on this. I know exactly what I'm doing. I know the potential ramifications of what I'm doing here. But the longer, as far as I'm concerned, this happens and this continues, the longer, as far as I'm concerned, it's going to cause even more damage to the integrity and reputation of us Megxiteers that are actually doing right. And yeah, I'm not standing for it anymore. I'm not. And yeah, I've got advice from another Megxiteer YouTuber on all of this, and surprisingly, because I was surprised at this, but they're in agreement. So there we go. Let's see what else you guys are saying before we go. Ginny Moon, thank you so much for the $1.99 sugar bucks. Ruining the sugar's day by sending some sugar bucks my way. With the Ginger Doggy Fine Ass moment. Yay! I love it, love it, love it. Thank you so much. Pit Pressure saying, struggling here, you're not being clear at all, ranting and not explaining who or what is upsetting you, what receipts. Well, I've already told you what's upsetting me, which is people using false receipts, or in my opinion, conspiracy theory or whatever, fabricating these false receipts themselves, trying to show them off as true when they're not. But I already told you what's upsetting me. The one thing I've not said is who is pissing me off on it. And again, I'm not going to confirm nor deny who I'm talking about until I've got all my ducks in a row. And I'm just waiting for one more duck to get into that line. And then it's go time. So, yeah. But as ever, I do want to be honest with you guys and pre-warn you of what I'm planning and what's going to be coming up next week if it all goes according to plan. Del Plummer says, me thinks though doth protest too much. It must be something the Vintage Raid said. No. It is not the Vintage Raid. It is not the Vintage Raid. Again, let me be very clear on this. It is not the Vintage Raid. It is not me protesting too much. It's me making sure that people are not looking into that and thinking, oh, well, hang on a minute. There was something with the Vintage Raid earlier on this week. Ooh, is it about No. Again, the Vintage Raid is Gucci. She's all right. I like her. I've spoken to her behind the scenes. She's fine. I've invited her on for a future Royal Clubhouse. I'm going to try and make it work with the time difference. I'm figuring it out right now in my head. Again, I cannot be clear enough. It's not the Vintage Raid. It is not me protesting too much. It's just me making sure that no one is putting two and two together and coming out with freaking 5 on this one, all right? I want you all to support the Vintage Raid. I want you all to go over to her channel and subscribe if you haven't done so already. Watch her videos. I want you all to do that. Not got a problem with it whatsoever. Please go do it. Support her. Simple as. Dr. Moorcock says, so what do you think about Starmer? 2-tier Kia. He's 2-tier Kia. And I can't really say much more because based on how he's implementing the law right now, which as far as I'm concerned is a total ABUSC of power, I could go to jail, quite literally. So all I'll say is he's hashtag 2-tier Kia. And I can't wait to see the freaking back of him in the next election when we can kick him out and hopefully install Reform UK into the government. And have PM Farage, Nigel Farage as our PM. So there we go. Let's see. Harry Lowe says, you're very honest, the lady in the middle. you got that. You say that reference, you know. Thanks, Boozy. Thanks, Boozy. I love that, Harry. Cheers, mate. Let's see what else you guys are saying. Ladybug 13, thank you so much for the $5 sugar bucks, ruining a sugar's day by sending some sugar bucks my way. Saying, I think Hazard is scrambling in case he gets booted from the US. Backup plan, so to speak. Yeah, I mean, Trump has already said when he comes into power, he's not going to protect him like Biden has. And so, yeah, there was a rumor through the pipeline turning around and saying that Hazard and Meggsy had actually consulted immigration lawyers, following on from what Trump has said recently about it all. So, yeah, Hazard is on shaky ground, I think, when it comes to his time in the US. That is, yeah. A bit of conspiracy theory, whatever. Let's see what else you guys are saying. Tears in Tina, thank you so much for this very, very nice compliment. You're the only channel I fully trust for royal news. You being the real receipts and keeping it 100. Thank you. I appreciate that. I mean, there's other channels that you can fully trust for royal news as well. I mean, just off the top of my head, you've got According to Taz, you've got Sue Smith, you've got Meghan's Mo, you've got my big brother, Andy Signor over on Popcorn Palace, amongst others as well in the Megxit community. It's just, there's bad apples everywhere, right? As far as I'm concerned. And yeah, I'm getting pissed off now. Let's see what else you guys are saying. Let's see. MPNG Creative Media, thank you so much for jumping in today's Gifting Wars, gifting one leadership to one of you lucky lots out there. So everyone say, hey, up to our newest leader, courtesy of MPNG Creative Media. My goodness, we've been going on now for nearly an hour and a half. So I'll be ending this live stream shortly. So if anyone has any last minute super chat stickers, wants to join or jump into today's Gifting Wars, just like MPNG Creative Media, now is your final chance to do so. Let's see what else you guys are saying. Alia, I love this. This is funny. When Stef finally gets the final duck in the row, she will go quackers. Yeah, I will. Lady Maria 66 agrees with me. Taz is great. Yeah, I've met her in real life. She's such a darling. I need to meet up with her again. And we need to make it happen. We live in the same freaking country. We need to do it. Let's see what else you guys are saying. Dr. Marcock says, good answer, Steph. Love you for that. I have no filter. Quality control up and left years ago. So literally, whatever is in my head just comes out of my gob, and that's the end of that. So yeah. There you go. You're just going to get it 100 from me. I don't give a shiz. I will call a spade, and that's that. P. Wookie, though, thank you so much for the $2 sugar bucks, saying good luck. I don't think I need it, but thank you anyway for the sentiment. I appreciate it. Thank you so much. Let's see. Purple is the new black. Thank you so much for the $2.99 sugar bucks, saying amazing stream, Steph. Can't wait for next week. Next week, we've got so much more in store for you. More Daily Nerds, more live streams. We've got Friday, another episode of Royal Clubhouse Live, 7 o'clock UK time, 2 o'clock Eastern. I will announce near the time who my guest is. If you follow me on Twitter, you pretty much know. But if you don't, stay tuned, guys. Stay tuned. Let's see what else you guys are saying. Lady Maria says, love Shauna and P. Diner. Oh, P. Diner. I love P. Diner. Also, as well, obviously HD Tudor. Duchess of Sussex. I love her as well. I love Leilani of Barbados. I've spoken to her behind the scenes. She's such a darling. Such a freaking darling. I love her accent as well. I love her accent. I can listen to her all day long. I'd be like, so freaking happy. It's unreal. So yeah, there you go. Let's see what else you guys are saying. Craig Mawson says, Steph, please don't stop your awesome coverage. Oh no, dude, people have tried to stop me. Hi sugars, guess what, I'm still here. Hi sugars. And now with a tiara. Booyah. Oh wow. Let's see. Helena Nilsson says, are you going to invite Lady C to your Royal Clubhouse? I'm working up the courage to do that. Let me get used to the format a little bit more. and be a little bit more familiar with it, and then I'll work up the courage to invite Lady C. Lady C is next level, okay? And there's others that I want to invite as well. I mean, people might be thinking, oh my goodness, you're really shooting for the stars here. But you know what? If you don't try, you'll never know. But I want people like Angela Levin on there, and even Dan Wooten. Why not? Why not? Yeah? Might as well try. Why not? Dan Wooten and I mean, I think he's apologised for the whole Amber Heard situation. Very, very critical of him back in the day when it came to the Amber Heard, Johnny Depp situation. But, everything that he says about Megxie and Hazard, I totally agree with. So there you go. See what else you guys are saying. Heather Fitzpatrick says, thank you so much for the $1.99 sugar bucks, saying your Duchess Stef tonight. Why, thank you. Let's see. Victoria Adrian, thank you so much for the 25 sugar bucks, and Mr. Green Blob with the thank you. It's very, very kind. Appreciate it. LC says, isn't it so cool that YouTube creators are friends now? A coalition for freedom of speech and truth. Well, hell yeah. I mean, a lot of us behind the scenes, we talk to each other. We're so friendly. We support each other. There's no competition. There really, really isn't. Like, we share information as well. It's pretty cool and pretty, what would the word be? Chill. Oh my goodness, another one you should be following and listening to is The Raw Rogue, Jesus. How can I forget my good friend Jesus? Oh my goodness, Jesus, I'm sorry. You're probably not watching this, but I'm going to say it anyway. I'm sorry, mate. Jesus at The Raw Rogue, oh my goodness. I absolutely adore Jesus. His sass is just everything, and he's really, really good at Midjourney. I wish I had his skills. I wish I had his skills for Midjourney, for memes, and his sass. I'm just too blunt and freaking autistic to be able to have that kind of sass and that kind of humour. Which, by the way, speaking about my autism, I've been looking at something recently, and I actually went to see my doctor last week on Friday, actually, about this. I want to know more about my autism. And how do I put this? I was diagnosed with autism when I was about 3 or 4 years old. Now, at the time, I wasn't speaking. There was no communication with me whatsoever. My mum knew something was up. But in the 80s, it was very, very difficult for the doctors to actually kind of treat her seriously, because at the time, they all thought that autism really was in males rather than females, and they didn't believe her until someone did, right? And someone gave her a chance. And so it wasn't until 3 or 4 years old that I was diagnosed with autism. And so I went to my doctor last Friday because that's really all I know about it. I don't know anything else about my autism. I don't know how, like, on a medical sense, how severe it is. I don't know medically what I can do to help myself with it, to be better with it. And so I went to my doctor to try and find some answers, because, how do I put this? My autism is a part of me, but it's a black hole. It's a part of me that I don't know much about, barely anything about. I know I've got it. I know it took a lot of banging on the doors for the doctors to treat my mum seriously, to get this diagnosis. I know that for the first 3-4 years, I didn't communicate whatsoever. I know that I had to be taught everything from scratch, quite literally. And I had to have speech therapist. I went to a special needs school for the first couple of years of my life, this, that, and the other, right? But really, that's it. So I barely know a big part about me, which, coming to that realization recently, is actually really scary. There's a part of me that is a part of me I don't know much about. That's scary. That's scary for me. So I went to my doctors to try and find out more information. This was laughable. The only thing, quite literally, on my records about that whole saga is delayed speech. I'm like, to the doctor, I'm like, I didn't say it like this, but I'm like, what the fuck? Mind my language, sorry. What the hell? Apologies for my language there. But yeah. What the hell? And so I was like, well, hang on a minute. Was I diagnosed with autism? She was like, yeah, you were diagnosed with it. And this emphasis of delayed speech indicates you're diagnosed with it, this, that, and the other. And you went through speech therapy and you went to special needs school, all this lot. So it all tracks. But when they were transferring my paper files to the computer, all they put in was delayed speech and basically threw everything else away. I'm like, what the hell? Really? And so check this out. And thanks to Tia Keir and the previous Conservative government for screwing over the NHS. Because for those that want to get a diagnosis of autism, it takes 4 years in the NHS to see someone to get that diagnosis. For someone like me that needs to be re-diagnosed, takes longer. There's the private option. I can go private with this. It'll cost me nearly £1,000 to go private. And so I'm really, really, really thinking about doing it, about going private. I've got the organisation, the doctors that'll do it. I've got their information and everything. But yeah, I'm really, really considering going private, getting re-diagnosed and finding out more about my autism, more about this part of myself that I barely know anything about, and learning more about it and learning more about myself and thinking, okay, is there anything I can do to change myself, to make myself better, to be better, to do better, to always improve? And so, yeah, that's kind of where my head is at the moment with all of it. But yeah, the only kicker, which is really, really, really kind of like dagger to the heart, is that it's going to cost me nearly £1,000 to do it. And it's a dagger to the heart for that amount because I pay my taxes. And part of my taxes go to the NHS. I should not have to wait longer than 4 years to get re-diagnosed. It's absolutely disgusting. It's awful. It's ridiculous. So yeah, that's why that's why it's a dagger in the heart having to potentially pay that amount when I already pay my taxes for healthcare that should be doing that for me. Do you know what I mean? But in the end, I think it's going to be worth it because I'm going to find out more about myself and I'm going to get more answers about myself and hopefully with a view to improve myself and be better. And that can only be good, right? And if I do this, let's say it's going to be when. It's going to be when I do this, really, in the grand scheme of things. When I do this, I'm seriously considering actually doing a series on this channel of me and my kind of like rediscovery of myself, like rediscovering my autism, finding out more about it, and like letting you guys join me on that journey. I know it won't be royal news based. I know the majority of you probably won't tune into those videos as I rediscover my autism and find out what it really means and what it's all about. But I do think it's important for me maybe to share that journey for other people maybe. Before I continue, MPNG Creative Media, thank you so much for your continued support for the leadership, saying hashtag Tutia Starmer. I need to turn that into a song, Stef, LOL. There you go. Try it. Erin B, thank you so much for the $2.99 sugar bucks and the fist pump. Boo. I love it. Thank you so much. Yes, Royal Daily Tea, Michelle, I absolutely adore her as well. Also, Sidley Twins. They really do their research. I'm very, very jealous of their research skills. I'm going to be, again, honest as ever with it. They're really, really good. Really, really good. Now, yeah, so, going back to that, when I do it, because I don't think it's if, I think it's going to be a matter of when I do this, I'm going to let you guys in on the journey. document as much as I can, so you guys can see what's happening, what happens, what goes on, what you've got to go through, all of it. To be diagnosed, or in my case, I suppose re-diagnosed. I did a test. They have this test, this company that I'll be going to with the doctors to get re-diagnosed. They have this test to be like, okay, is it worth it to get diagnosed or re-diagnosed? And there's this thing where it says, okay, if you score any higher than 6 out of 10, then yeah, you definitely need to speak to us. I scored 9 out of 10. Scored 9 out of 10. And then this other kind of industry standard, medical industry standard test that I did online from, of course, a reputable source. When I did that, the results show where on the spectrum I am. Now, I've always said, right, that I'm low level, high functioning. So I'm low level on the spectrum of autism, but I'm high functioning, right? But this test that I did that tells me whereabouts on the spectrum I potentially am is actually turning around and saying, no, I'm actually borderline low spectrum middle. And when I actually spoke to my mum about that, she was like, yeah, you are. What? I always thought I was low spectrum, but no, apparently, according to my mum and according to this test that I did, no, I'm on the borderline to medium, like moderate, with my autism. I'm like, really? She's the bed. But it's opening my eyes to my behavior and things that I do. Like, I'm a stickler for routines and being laser focused and always being repetitive. So, for example, I really love like my pasta with salmon and my homemade tomato sauce, but I'll make it all the time. I'll eat it for days because I love that kind of pasta, right? And I won't make any other type of pasta but that. And even Mr. Fox has said, no, it makes sense that you're more moderate because in terms of your autism, because I see the repetition that you do. You're a stickler for, routine, but to an extreme. I'm like, wow, okay, shiz. So yeah, a little bit more of a personal update from me, but yeah, something else potentially, well, not potentially, it'll happen, I'm sure it will. It's not if, but when I do this, there'll be future videos on my, my adventure through this whole process of being re-diagnosed and finding more about myself and my autism. And I don't think not a lot of people really still discuss it. And are open with autism or any kind of neurodiverse condition. And so, might as well use my little platform that I've got to try and further the conversation about it. And be an example or be someone that, people can hear from and about it. And I'll show them, you guys, whoever wants to watch, whoever's interested in it, what happens and where I go with it and what I find out. And there you go. Let's see what else you guys are saying. Linda Glass says the government is disgraceful. Yeah, it is. It is really disgraceful. Cindy Thornberg says, Steph, I seriously doubt that you have autism. No, I do. I've been diagnosed. I went to a special needs school for the first 2-3 years of my life. I then went to normal state school and I had a speech therapist until I was about 10, 11 years old. I literally had to learn everything from scratch. One of my earliest memories was being at the hospital with the doctors and the nurses. And I was sat in this porta cabin and I remember this like toy contraption and there were like different holes, like the square hole, the star hole, the triangle hole, the circle hole, and then you've got the corresponding like bricks and you've got to like put them into the corresponding holes, right? So the circle hole goes with the circle and the square hole goes with the square and this, that and the other. And I remember just looking at this thing and just not being able to figure out what to do. And I remember the nurse coming over and literally picking it up and putting it in. And I was like, oh, and then I did it. And that's something that stuck to me to this day. Generally speaking, if someone asks me to do something, if I don't know how to do it, I don't have that capacity to be able to work it out myself. I need someone to literally show me step by step what I need to do. Once they do that, I can do it all day long, repeatedly, not a problem. But until then, I'm just stuck. Even if it's like the simplest of things, I need someone to show me. It's as simple as that. So yeah, my repetitive nature, how blunt and honest I am is also another autistic trait. So yeah, I do have autism, but I don't see it as a downfall. I do see it as a superpower. I've always said that. My autism is a superpower, and anyone that says differently can go do one. But yeah, there you go. DA says, I think you're wise to pay more and find out. Your health is your number one priority for your life. If you don't do it, you'll always wonder what you're missing. Yeah. And I'm missing a big part of myself right now that I just don't know much about. And that's scary to me. That's really, really scary to me. Kakatu or Sakatu says, excellent. Do share your journey. It could help others. And that's really the reason why I'd be doing it, to help others. A lot of people saying that they definitely tune into that. It's nice to hear. Thank you. Let's see what else you guys are saying. Let's see. Oh, Dreadnought says, Stef, can I have the recipe for that pasta? That sounds good. Okay, this is the recipe for that pasta, okay? Firstly, whole meal or no meal, whole wheat or no wheat. So it's whole meal or whole wheat pasta. Generally speaking, I like the penny pasta. That's just personal preference. But any whole meal or whole wheat pasta will do. Then get some salmon. So just normal, like salmon fillet, salmon steak, whatever. I then, with the salmon, I'll put some lemon on it. And then I'll put some like herbs on it, like parsley, dill, that kind of thing. And then I'll put that in the oven for about 20 minutes. Whilst that's happening, I'll then boil the pasta on a low heat until it's al dente. When it comes to the sauce, very, very simple. I'll put in some passata. I'll then put in some, what's it called now? I'm going to Google this right now. Double concentrate, that's it. I'll put in half of a double concentrate Napolina tomato, those tubes. I'll put that in because that then gives the tomato sauce a bit of tang to it. I'll then put in some herbs with that as well. So a little bit of like Italian seasoning. I'll then include it in that, put some seeds in that. So my favourite at the moment is sunflower seeds. So I'll put that in as well. Nice, healthy protein. Then at that point, I'll get the salmon out. I'll cut the salmon into pieces. I'll just shred the salmon basically. Put that into the tomato mixture. And once the pasta's done, I'll drain the pasta, put that in the tomato mixture, mix it all up. Hey presto, that's my pasta. Sometimes I'll mix it up and put in some sweet corn if I remember. But yeah, that's pretty much my pasta dish. Very, very simple. It's done within half an hour. That's it. That's my pasta dish. That's my pasta recipe. There you go. Let's see what else you guys are saying. Oh, Three-Eyed Catfish saying, I love Steph, so honest and open. Thank you. Thank you. Appreciate that. MPNG Creative Media, thank you so much for the £5 sugar box saying, what the shiz is wrong with me? It's hashtag 2-tier Kia. I need sleep, LOL. I do too. I'll be going in a minute, actually. Let's see. Mandy Pandy says, you can get PIP for autism. Well, technically, I could get PIP for my pancreatitis, but I've never claimed. Never claimed whatsoever. As far as I'm concerned, even though I'm entitled to it, I find that it would be a piss take for me to get that, because financially I'm in a fortunate place where I don't need it. And so I would rather, whatever I would get, go to someone that definitely needs it financially, if that makes sense. Um, I've always had a job, and so that's always been able to support me and then some. And now that I'm a full-time YouTuber, I'm extremely fortunate financially to not need it. So again, I would rather whatever I would be entitled to, that it goes to someone else that financially does need it. I just think it would be a piss take with, that I'm able to afford everything with my life. That I'm not struggling. That I would also get as well. If that makes sense. I know I'm technically entitled to it, fair enough, but nah. Nah. Does that make sense? I hope that makes sense. Let's see. Stephen Magnus says, every brick goes through the square hole. Well, if I knew that at the time, it wouldn't have been a problem, would there? BG, thank you so much for the $2 sugar bucks, saying, will Megsy return his testicles? Stay tuned. I don't think so. She might keep them for her trophy cabinet. We'll see. Doxy Dog Lover, I love that name. I'm Team Dog. Says, thanks for your down-to-earth gig. I love it. I am who I am, and that is it. I can't be anyone else but me. I can't be bothered being anyone else but me. It takes all my energy and strength just to be me. Let alone having to be someone else. Screw that, shiz. But yeah, thanks. Appreciate your comment there. DA, thank you so much for the Mr. Green Blob, saying thanks for being you. Appreciate it. And for the $19.99 sugar bucks, ruining a sugar's day by sending some sugar bucks my way. Appreciate it. Thank you so much. Emily says, Steph, do you think she'll mail the rings back? Oh, hell no. She'll keep those rings. Let's see. Passata, is that what you said? Yes. So passata and the double concentrate tomato, those tubes. I use the Napolina ones. I use a full tub of passata and then like half a tube of the double concentrate to get that tanginess. And then I'll mix it with some Italian seasoning and some like seeds. At the moment, sunflower seeds is my thing. But yeah, that's my sauce. Very, very simple. Don't put any salt in it whatsoever. I don't salt it up. Stephen says, hi, I've sent you a direct tweet with some info. £2 sugar box from Stephen. Thank you so much. Appreciate it. Let me have a look. See. Okay, yeah. So from what I said earlier on, Steve, yeah, the right to choose process, it will take me more than 4 years to see someone through that right to choose process. Yeah, it's ridiculous. It's insane. So, yeah. Maria and Alfie Post says, Steph, make your pasta on a live, LOL. Well, funny you should say that, because I have been working on a new video series, trying to get the angles right for the filming and everything for downstairs in my kitchen. But I'm thinking of doing like a royal recipes series, because I've got the royal cookbooks from when I was in London a couple of weeks back at Windsor Castle. And yeah, I'm thinking of doing like a royal recipe kind of video series, like taking a recipe from one of those books and like making it and seeing if it comes out the same and all that lot, and you guys can like rejoice in like my successes and take the piss out of me when I fail and all that lot. So yeah, I'm actually thinking of doing something like that. So stay tuned, guys. See, there's a lot of things I'm working on in the background. You have no idea. Let's see what else you guys are saying before I go. Tony Gunksgal says, you just inspired me to be a YouTuber, but I'm totally shy. Do it, do it, do it, do it. If I can do it, literally anyone can. My first video is still up on this channel. I will never take it down. It's a mess, but it's there. Your first video, I'm going to be very honest with you. Anyone who wants to be a YouTuber, your first video is going to be the worst. It just is. But the good news there is that your next video is going to be better. And your next video is going to be better. And then better and better and better and better and better as you improve and you learn. And so do it. Do it. Even if you're shy, do it. There's so many people that are shy that'll look up to you and rejoice and celebrate you. Do it. Or as Emperor Palpatine would say, do it. That's my Emperor Palpatine impersonation. It's absolutely shiz, but there you go. It's there now. Oh. Let's see. Stephen says, Stef is doing a Netflix cooking show. Yeah, a cooking show that Netflix actually will air. There you go. Christine's like, you stealing Meg's cooking show. Screw it, why not? Flapper27 says, a cooking series of royal recipes. Yummy. I know, right? Yummy, yummy. Rotown says, can we support our Stef, please, in chat and avoid making any armchair definitive diagnosis without any basis? This will avoid getting times out, please, and thank you all. Hey, let them do it, Rotown. It's interaction at the end of the day in the live chat. People are going to speculate in terms of my condition, my autism, what it might be, what it might not be. I don't know. That's the problem. I don't even know. And my GP can't shed much light on it, sadly. So, yeah. I've had this conversation with you guys. So, anyone that's like speculating on what type of autism I may have, how severe it may be, this, that, and the other, well, I've opened up that conversation. So, yeah, let people speculate. I've not got a problem with that whatsoever. I'm an open book. I'm honest. It's as simple as that. Go for it. It's not going to affect me in any way, shape, or form. What you guys might think, how severe my autism is, what type I might have, this, that, and the other. It's not going to affect me in the slightest. It's your opinion, and you are very, very welcome to that. The only people I'm respectfully really gonna listen to and take notice of are the professionals, are the doctors. So there we go. Let's see. Pook's mama says you should launch your cooking show same time as Meg's in. Now that would be fun, wouldn't it? So with that being said, my goodness, we've been going now for nearly 2 hours. Thank you so much to everyone that tuned into today's live stream. Everyone that kept me company right to the end. 1,208 of you. Thank you so much to everyone that tuned into this live stream whilst it was live. 20,799 of you. Cheers for that. Thanks for everyone that hit the like button as you voting tool. As of me looking at this right now, 1,744 of you are agreeing that the royal family should not let Prince Harry back. Wow, that's a lot of you guys. Thanks so much to everyone that sent a super chat or super chat sticker. Highly generous of you all. And thanks to everyone that joined or took part in today's gifting wars. We've got a whopping 76 new leaders for today's stream. So thank you so much for all of that. And finally, thank you so much to everyone that subscribed to join our alternate tribe during this stream. We were 126,651. We are now at, wow, that just jumped up, 126,690 alternates in the community. So thank you so much to everyone that subscribed. If you're watching live and you haven't done so already, on your way out, please do subscribe to join our alternate tribe. Like, share, and on the replay, comment down below your opinion, conspiracy theories, whatever's. Thank you so much to you for all your support and your encouragement and your care during this last hour, really, of me opening up a little bit more about my autism and, you know, what's next for that. You guys are amazing. Please hear me out next week with that particular video I was talking about that's in the works. Let's put it this way. I wouldn't do it if there wasn't a good reason. generally speaking, you know, I see it happen and I'm like, okay, whatever, do them. But to me, when it starts affecting, you know, me, and, you know, people questioning my integrity and others, yeah, that's when I think enough's enough. And yeah, this video I think is due. So yeah, thank you so much for everyone for hearing me out on that, and the majority of you understanding. You guys are amazing. But yeah, stay tuned for next week, Monday to Thursday. Your Daily Nerds, 3 in a row, 7, 9, and 11 in the evening UK time. And then Friday, another episode of Royal Clubhouse Live, 7 o'clock UK time, 2 o'clock Eastern. And then this time next week will be the Daily Nerd Live Sunday edition, 10 o'clock UK time, 5 o'clock Eastern. And remember, I have a special announcement next Sunday. You guys are gonna go nuts with it. The leaders already know. So shh, leaders, keep it to yourselves until Sunday if you can. But yeah, with that being said, thank you so much for tuning in. I appreciate all your faces, and until the next time, you guys. Laters.